Do you ever feel like you are not living up to your true potential? Do you ever feel like you are hiding parts of yourself from the world? If so, you are not alone. Many of us struggle with the idea of being our true selves because we are afraid of facing our dark side. The dark side, or the shadow, is the term used in psychology to describe the repressed aspects of our personality that we deny or reject. These can be negative traits such as anger, jealousy, greed, or fear, or positive traits such as creativity, passion, or ambition that we suppress because of social norms, expectations, or judgments. But what if I told you that accepting your dark side can actually help you become your true self, and that Stoicism can guide you in this process? In this video, I will show you how embracing your shadow can lead to greater self-awareness, authenticity, and happiness, and how the ancient philosophy of Stoicism can help you achieve this goal. But before we dive into that, make sure you hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn on the notification bell so you don't miss any of our future videos on Stoicism and personal growth. What if I told you that the key to becoming your true self is to embrace your dark side? You might be surprised, shocked, or even scared by this idea, but the truth is, accepting your dark side has many benefits for your personal and professional growth. In this section, we will explore some of these benefits and how they can help you achieve greater self-awareness, authenticity, and happiness. First, accepting your dark side can help you increase your self-awareness and self-knowledge. By acknowledging and understanding your dark side, you can gain a deeper and more accurate insight into who you are, what you want, and what drives you. You can also discover hidden talents, strengths, and potentials that you might have overlooked or neglected. Second, accepting your dark side can help you reduce your inner conflict and cognitive dissonance. By embracing and expressing your dark side, you can resolve the tension and contradiction between your ideal self and your real self. You can also avoid the mental stress and discomfort that comes from denying or rejecting parts of yourself that don't fit your self-image or expectations. Third, accepting your dark side can help you enhance your creativity and authenticity. By unleashing your imagination and originality, you can express yourself more freely and honestly. You can also tap into your passion and motivation and pursue your goals and dreams with more confidence and enthusiasm. Accepting your dark side is not only beneficial, but also possible and achievable. Many successful and influential people have embraced their dark side and used it as a source of inspiration and empowerment. For example, Steve Jobs, the co-founder of Apple, was known for his perfectionism and ruthlessness, which often made him difficult to work with. However, he also used these traits to create innovative and revolutionary products, such as the Macintosh, the iPod, the iPhone, and the iPad, that changed the world of technology and design. Oprah Winfrey, the media mogul and philanthropist, had a traumatic childhood, marked by poverty, abuse, and neglect. However, she overcame these hardships and used them as a catalyst for her personal and professional growth. She became one of the most influential and respected figures in the entertainment industry and used her platform to inspire and empower millions of people around the world. Martin Luther King Jr., the civil rights leader and Nobel Peace Prize laureate, faced racism, discrimination, and violence throughout his life. However, he channeled his anger and frustration into a peaceful and non-violent movement that fought for the rights and dignity of all people, regardless of their color, creed, or origin. He delivered one of the most powerful and memorable speeches in history, "I Have a Dream," that inspired generations of activists and leaders. These are just some of the examples of how accepting your dark side can help you become your true self and achieve greatness and happiness. How can you accept your dark side and make it work for you instead of against you? Accepting your dark side is not a one-time event, but a continuous and ongoing process that requires your commitment and effort. Here are some steps that you can follow to accept your dark side. The first step is to become aware of your dark side and what it consists of. You can use various tools and methods to identify your dark side, such as personality tests, journaling, feedback, self-reflection, etc. You can also look for clues in your dreams, fantasies, fears, or projections. The goal is to recognize and name the aspects of yourself that you tend to hide, deny, or reject. The second step is to accept your dark side and what it means for you. You can do this by acknowledging and expressing your dark side without judging, blaming, or avoiding it. You can also do this by understanding and forgiving your dark side without condoning, rationalizing, or justifying it. The goal is to embrace and own your dark side and to realize that it is a part of you and not something separate or alien. The third step is to integrate your dark side and what it can offer you. You can do this by finding healthy and constructive ways to express your dark side, such as art, hobbies, sports, etc. You can also do this by channeling your dark side into positive and productive outcomes, such as creativity, innovation, leadership, etc. The goal is to use and harness your dark side and to make it work for you and not against you. The fourth step is to balance your dark side and what it requires from you. You can do this by cultivating your positive traits and values and by seeking harmony and moderation. You can also do this by setting boundaries and limits and by respecting the rights and needs of others. The goal is to create and maintain a healthy equilibrium between your dark side and your light side, and to avoid extremes and excesses. Accepting your dark side is not easy, but it is possible and rewarding. Here are some tips and techniques that can help you in this process. Mindfulness and meditation are practices that can help you observe your thoughts and emotions without attachment or reaction. They can help you become more aware and present and to reduce stress and anxiety. They can also help you develop a more objective and compassionate perspective and to accept yourself and others as they are. Affirmations and self-compassion are techniques that can help you replace negative self-talk and criticism with positive and supportive messages. They can help you boost your self-esteem and confidence and to cope with challenges and difficulties. They can also help you cultivate a more loving and kind attitude and to appreciate yourself and others for their strengths and weaknesses. If your dark side is causing you significant distress or impairment, you might want to seek professional help, such as therapy, counseling, or coaching. A professional can help you understand and address the root causes and effects of your dark side and to provide you with guidance and support. They can also help you develop and implement a personalized plan and to monitor your progress and results. These are some of the steps, tips, and techniques that can help you accept your dark side and to become your true self. How can Stoicism help you accept your dark side and become your true self? Stoicism is an ancient philosophy that teaches us how to live a good and happy life in harmony with ourselves, others, and the world. Stoicism is based on 4 main principles that can help us accept our dark side and become our true self. These principles are: Principle 1. Live according to nature, reason, and virtue. Stoics believe that we should live in accordance with our true nature, which is rational and social. We should use our reason and logic to understand ourselves and the world, and to make wise and moral choices. We should also cultivate our virtue, which is the highest good and the source of happiness. Stoics define virtue as excellence of character and divide it into 4 cardinal virtues: wisdom, courage, justice, and temperance. Principle 2. Focus on what you can control and accept what you can't. Stoics believe that we should distinguish between what is in our power and what is not. We should focus on what we can control, such as our thoughts, opinions, judgments, actions, and reactions. We should accept what we can't control, such as external events, circumstances, and outcomes. We should also adopt a positive and grateful attitude and see everything as an opportunity for learning and growth. Principle 3. Develop your character, wisdom, and moral excellence. Stoics believe that we should strive to improve ourselves and to become the best version of ourselves. We should develop our character, which is the sum of our habits, attitudes, and values. We should also develop our wisdom, which is the ability to apply our knowledge and experience to different situations and challenges. We should also develop our wisdom, which is the ability to apply our knowledge and experience to different situations and challenges. We should also develop our moral excellence, which is the quality of acting in accordance with our virtue and our true nature. Principle 4. Practice self-discipline, courage, justice, and temperance. Stoics believe that we should practice what we preach, and that we should live by our principles and values. We should practice self-discipline, which is the skill of controlling our impulses and desires, and of doing what is right and beneficial. We should practice courage, which is the virtue of facing and overcoming our fears and difficulties, and of doing what is noble and honorable. We should practice justice, which is the virtue of treating ourselves and others fairly and respectfully, and of doing what is good and lawful. We should practice temperance, which is the virtue of moderating and balancing our emotions and passions, and of doing what is reasonable and appropriate. Stoicism can help you accept your dark side by teaching you how to view it, how to use it, and how to balance it. Here are some ways that Stoicism can help us in this process. View our dark side as a natural and inevitable part of human nature. Stoics believe that we are all born with a dark side, and that it is a result of our ignorance, error, or misjudgment. They do not condemn or shame us for having a dark side, but rather encourage us to acknowledge and understand it. They also remind us that we are not defined by our dark side, but by our virtue and character, and that we have the potential and the power to overcome our dark side and to transform it into something positive and useful. Use our reason and logic to understand the causes and effects of our dark side. Stoics believe that we should use our reason and logic to examine and evaluate our thoughts and emotions, and to see if they are true, valid, and beneficial. They also believe that we should use our reason and logic to guide and direct our actions and decisions, and to see if they are consistent, coherent, and virtuous. They also believe that we should use our reason and logic to resist and reject our irrational and harmful impulses, such as anger, hatred, envy, or greed, and to replace them with rational and beneficial ones, such as kindness, generosity, compassion, or love. Use our virtue and ethics to guide our actions and decisions. Stoics believe that we should use our virtue and ethics to determine what is right and wrong and what is good and bad for ourselves and others. They also believe that we should use our virtue and ethics to align our actions and decisions with our higher purpose and values, and to make sure that they serve the common good and the greater good. They also believe that we should use our virtue and ethics to align our dark side with our true nature and our true self, and to make sure that it contributes to our happiness and well-being and to the happiness and well-being of others. Use our self-control and willpower to resist external temptations and distractions. Stoics believe that we should use our self-control and willpower to overcome our external temptations and distractions such as pleasure, pain, fame, fortune, or power, and to focus on what is truly important and meaningful. They also believe that we should use our self-control and willpower to master our internal passions and emotions, such as fear, anger, sadness, or joy, and to regulate and manage them in a healthy and balanced way. They also believe that we should use our self-control and willpower to achieve our goals and dreams and to live a good and happy life. These are some of the ways that Stoicism can help us accept our dark side and become our true self. With all that said, please continue watching the recommendations now on your screen or check out our other videos on the homepage. Thank you so much for watching,